Good day, Filmteractive people. My name is Diego Perrone, and today I will talk to you about a project named The Debtor. The Debtor interactive series is made by GCOM, a company I'm currently leading in Italy, based exactly where you see the stars. I am also working with those fantastic 4 pretty faces that helped me and the company to achieve some success in the past, mainly with a title called Jurors, that was basically an interactive TV series controlled by mobile phones. But today I'm here to talk about something brand new, something fresh for the first time to the public. Before I get deeper into the story, please let me give you some hint about the background of the project The Debtor. What basically brings me here? Corruption. Of course, not that I have corrupted anybody to come here, but corruption is the main theme of our story. Forgive me if I will misspell your name, but Mrs. Applegren, probably you already know that your country is the cleanest country according to Transparency International Corruption Perception Index of the latest report. Very close is performing Germany, Mr. Koch and Mr. Haslauer. Followed close, Mr. Verdi, by UK at rank 13. And very well positioned, Mrs. Toguet, is also your country, France. A very good position in Mr. USR is Estonia. Did you know that? Mr. Simca, this country, Poland, is still between the good guys. Unfortunately, Mr. Pierangeli, me, you, and our country mate from Complex 28, we are deep in the chart. The last one in this chart and in the middle of the global chart. Not that I am proud of this, of course. Like you. I was saying that, of course, I'm not proud of this, but this theme is something that is not that because your country is clean or cleaner, you can get rid of. Because we are all, this country, are all part of a union. And according to the European Union, corruption costs a lot of money. Our pain, their gain. So this is what The Debtor's about. Not only corruption, but the way that journalism, the medias, could better tell stories of corruption in a hyper-connected society, hyper-connected era. Our character is, in fact, a young guy doing an internship inside a newspaper, an online news portal, that one night, when he's working at home, he meets a man without a memory, that he got in his pocket 2 IDs with the same face, his own, but different names. Who is he? What did he do? He's a good person, he's a bad person. Around this character, our authors build the major twists of the story. Would you like to have a look on how we thought the story world could be? So if it works, let's see a short teaser.
L'hanno chiamata crisi. Ma quale crisi? È piuttosto la giustificazione dell'avidità di pochi su molti, come predatori disposti a tutto, anche a dimenticare cosa abbiamo fatto nel nome delle spoglie. Ecco, io ho dimenticato tutto, proprio tutto.
Sei nei guai, vero?
Non so chi sono, non mi ricordo nulla.
Thank you. The format of this series includes a lot of interaction because we love interaction. From the most classical tools of interaction to the most innovative tools, basically it works that characters owns some channels that brings information outside the story. The audience interact with those information and they bring it back inside the story and the series. Those are details of the format, and I would like to explain better that we are thinking about a series for any connected devices, be it a smart TV, mobile phone, a tablet, anything that is connected. And it is powered by Conductor. We have Belen here from Transmedia Storytellers UK, which has a partnership with us to manage the whole interaction channels. Okay, you may have seen already, or think you may have seen some charts of interaction like this. There are social medias, there are video content, but please have a deeper look, because, for example, we are trying to use something innovative, like a messenger client. I'm not talking about WhatsApp because you don't have free APIs, but we are engaging BlackBerry in Italy to use their BBM on iOS, Windows Phone, Android, and Blackberries. Also, we are dealing with technology to use advertising, a lot of advertising. We love advertising, yes. We raised as advertisers. So we are looking for a technology partner that can enhance our videos and make possible some kind of interaction with advertising, because we want our project to be almost self-sustainable with monetization. Those channels, they have their own reason why, and they have their own goals. But globally, the project has those reason of engagement, with basically as the suspense of the story, the twist of the story, being unpredictable. We hate to, when we see a TV series, for example, and we can predict what is going to be the next scene. We would love people to feel they are helping their character to go his path and to find the truth. We would like the people to feel part of a community fighting for real corruption, the bad and the wicked people. I've talked about advertising, but we also want to make advertising of the project, because we know that every idea, even the best, needs promotion. So I won't go deeper into this, because I would like to tell you eventually if you're interested one-to-one, but we planned in our budget a promotional campaign to engage the people as rabbit hole. And this is just a slide demonstrating on what we would like to do with the videos. Some hints we had yesterday in a conference on what is possible to do with videos advertising, and this is just one of the advertising strategy we would like to implement, and we are looking partners to do this. Where we are, we're doing the homeworks, and we think we're pretty good doing this, because we already have the story world, the authors. Of course, we're based in Italy, so we have a production company attached in Italy, but we are able to customize wherever it needs in the European country. We already have a partnership with a UK company, as I told you. And we are missing a commissioner, someone that believes in the project and would like to use it and to broadcast to have its audience as a loyal and fixed audience. I hope you enjoyed the Debtor, and I'm here to answer your question. Thank you.
Okay, anybody?
There you go.
Yeah. So maybe I missed something, so I'm sorry if you have to repeat something of your presentation, but how much influence does the user interaction has on the fictional series that is already produced?
Could you repeat, please? How much?
How much influence does the user in fact have when the fictional series already shot and edited and ready made? So where are the, you know?
The fact is that it's already shot, as you said, but we thought to have some specific points where we can add the latest interaction between the people, the audience, and our character, even 2 minutes before we publish online. This is a reason why we are focusing on staying online, because we want to be able to fast add the interaction inside the project, and we also want the people to perfectly find the integration between the project and the advertising. If you see a product that you want to know more, you have to be just one click to go to the e-commerce of the partner of the project. So
I understand that, the advertising part, but the fiction part, where you can change it 2 minutes before you broadcast it?
No, not that we can change it. But, for example, have you seen in the trailer that our character was writing something on Facebook? Have you ever seen this man? So, outside the story, the people can give some hints, okay? In the post-production, those replies are dropped inside the videos, the next videos and the story. And so it goes back inside the story.
So you leave some windows where you can, okay, that was...
Blank spaces.
Okay, okay. That's really interesting, I think. And I've got another question. Why, if you don't think about a traditional broadcaster with fixed slots every week, you mentioned that you want to publish your episodes twice a week.
Yeah.
Why don't you think about like doing it like, I don't know, House of Cards, putting everything online on day one? Where is the logic in, you know?
Because otherwise we could not add the interaction inside.
Yes, I admit. You're right, of course. Yeah.
That's it, just for that.
Thank you. Nice presentation. I have a question. How much influence actually can the viewers or the watchers do? If I have a crime I would like to tell secretly to you that please, let's have a look on this corruption event, what happened in my town or wherever. How you can do, how you can react on this one, because you have your own story already which is written actually. Let's say our mayor is doing something bad. Will you come with your camera and...
Well, not that this is a live show. Of course, it's a fictional scripted show. So we have a good guy and someone else that could be good or evil. I won't tell you right now. The people also doesn't know who this guy is. So what the participation is to help the young guy.
I can understand this. I can understand, and I will buy your story. That's for sure. But if I have a real problem which is similar to yours, would you help me to solve this? Because here is the main purpose of your project is to fight corruption. And this corruption is a fictional. It's not a real corruption. But I have a real corruption story I would like to tell. Will you come to help us?
This could be a nice add-on, a blog where you can add your own stories and then eventually go to police because they can do better than us.
Okay. So, actually, you are not fighting corruption. You are making money on corruption. You are selling corruption.
Yeah.
To advertisers also.
Well, you know what? The first step in fighting corruption is to make it public. Because corruption is something that happens in the dark, where the eyes can't see. So corruption stops when it goes public. I am a journalist, and I know that when media start to investigate in a story, protagonists of that story, they can hear their breath behind their head, and they start to feel very uncomfortable.
So that was exactly my question, but you are not dealing with the real people. And that leaves the real people, bad or good, outside of your story. And the bad people in the story actually will be taken into prison. But bad people outside of your story, they will feel relaxed because this happens only in the movies.
Well, I like your question, but forgive me, I can understand one thing. If I'm following your thought, then any kind of movie related to corruption should really help people to fight corruption.
No, I am here for a transmedia, meaning that interaction with.
Okay.
Movies are lean back medium. What I am interested in is interaction with, and how much I, as a user or producer of the content, can be participate in your project.
Okay, I have quoted Transparency International, which is an organization I personally like a lot because I like their effort of doing something against this problem. This in other countries is even worse than in Italy. For example, we have never contacted them to watch this project, but we would love to work with the organization that for real are helping to solve this problem, to see if there are places of contact between our project and their
my
work.
point is that moving from fictional scene to the investigative journalism, this is my question. Which is a line? Are you investigative journalists or are you just a movie makers? Now I get that you are just a movie.
No, we are movie makers.
Yes, that was my question. Now I have an answer.
But just respectfully, I wonder if we've missed the point on this, because I don't think it's about using the story or unlocking the story. It's about interacting with and unlocking what happens between each of the clips online. That's why you've already shot it. So it's like Cloud Chamber. So, you know, Cloud Chamber on Facebook, it's all pre-shot, but you have to solve the bits and interact with the bits in between the episodes, which is why this works. And you know, they've just launched on Steam. They've got thousands of people playing, and based on that model, if that's your intention, I think this is great because it's a gritty story, and it adds to the sort of canon that Cloud Chamber belongs to. We're working on a project, Romanzo Criminale. We're actually trying to turn that into something interactive.
Yeah, I know.
And I would love to do this to that project. So just one comment. So if that's correct, I think that may clear up some of the misunderstanding. But also, this isn't about corruption, is it? It's about truth. The theme is about, you know, searching for truth and finding truth. So it's not about unlocking corrupt people. It's about finding why corruption exists and ultimately where truth lies, which I think is very powerful. So my question to you, though, is if you are having it all online, is there any intention to take this forward and to launch it on other platforms which would serve it better than Facebook? So, for instance, would you consider going onto Steam, and have you looked at any other partnerships like that? Because if you're running this on Conductor, that's surely the next logical step.
Yeah. I usually don't like to speak about things that still are going to happen, but since you've asked, we are already talking, for example, with Samsung to place this content on their smart TV as an exclusive content in Italy. I'm not sure right now that is going to happen, but this, for example, one of the next step we are thinking of. What you're suggesting, Steam, is a very good idea. Unfortunately, Steam in our country is not so popular as other platforms. But if we are going to engage someone outside Italy, for example, in UK, where Steam works a lot better, then of course we will change our minds when it comes to platform to use.
No, correct.
Yes.
From example, my point. Yeah. First of all, I think that the guy must be the bad guy because, like, the first thing you forget is, or you want to forget, is like if you're connected to any kind of corruption. So I, for example, think that going, for example, exclusively with something like on a smart TV is really dangerous for you because, like, you have conversion rates that are really, really poor, and people don't really interact with the standard connected TV as maybe look into their video platforms. I think that's what they mostly do. I think you have a very strong, and that's because good that you mentioned Steam, you have a very, very high gamification aspect to that project. That means, like, because you're interacting and you like all the influence and all the content contribution you're getting from the end user, you're implementing to the upcoming shows and the upcoming next shows you're shooting. And I think there's like this where you have a really good interaction with the end consumer. So it is some kind of, for me, a middle thing between a motion picture and also like in the direction of a game. And I think that's very, very strong possibility for a community like to interact, a very addicted community like gamers also like to relate it to like film content.
I appreciate your advice on the smart TV concept. I must honestly tell that I've been cut. Oh, okay. This project, we start to work on this project in February of this year, when the biggest newspaper in Italy asked us to create something that could engage their customer when they were relaunching their website, a website of 2 million of readers every day. Very short days after they made this request, we've got to understand that the first quarter financial result of the company was not that good, so they were cutting all the budgets for all kind of extra production. So, okay, we started to work on a project that is not going to work with this partner, but we believed a lot in the project, so we brought to life on the project on what is now our mind. Of course, when it comes a critical partner that we can meet, be it a platform, be it broadcaster, any kind of partner that could better improve the project, we will gladly to have him on board.
First of all, thank you to underline how corrupted we are. I mean, as a member of a jury, I feel a little bit embarrassed.
You already paid?
Yes.
You paid already?
Yes, of course.
It's not my fault.
No, I really appreciate the project. I mean, it's very clear. I don't have many questions. It's very clear, and I mean, the level of interactivity is amazing, and also the business model is I mean, something that is ready to sell. So, congratulations for that. I was just thinking if you've considered to maybe inviting on the pushed by the audience, invite in the fiction some like testimonial. I mean, the corruption is an hard theme, but I mean, maybe inviting also some. I was thinking about like Saviano or other like actors or testimonial that span the world against corruption. Maybe if like these people pushed by the audience could have a little part on the Debtor web part, could be amazing. I mean, it could be very, very powerful.
Well, the project is born in Italy, but as you jurors have already stated, it could be customized in other countries, unfortunately, because there is something to talk about even in other countries. So, related to your questions, we could add a face to the project based on the country we are working on. In the specific case, probably Saviano is very high-level name you have told, and there are troops outside his house, so it is not easily to talk to him and say, okay, come on board.
Thank you.
Thank you.